They say never mess with someone who knows the law, especially if that someone is your neighbor and you're about to make their life miserable over a parking spot. Well, Karen didn't get the memo. What started as a petty power trip turned into the legal equivalent of stepping on a landmine. And it was all perfectly legal. It all started with a parking spot. Just an ordinary piece of pavement between my house and Karen's. I live in a quiet suburban neighborhood where most people mind their own business. Except Karen. She's the type who peers through her blinds 24/7 and lives to complain. For context, I'm a real estate lawyer. I work long hours, mostly from home, and I know property laws like the back of my hand. One morning, I parked my car in front of my own house on the street, not blocking anyone, not on her side. It's public parking, legal, tidy, and out of the way. Later that day, I came outside to find a handwritten note in black Sharpie stuck under my wiper. It read, "This isn't your spot. Don't park here again. K." I laughed. Classic Karen behavior, right? I figured it was a one-time tantrum. Spoiler, it wasn't. Over the next week, more notes appeared. Then she started calling the non-emergency police line to report my car as abandoned. One of the officers even apologized and said, yeah, she's known for this. I tried to be reasonable, knocked on her door, introduced myself, explained that I work from home and occasionally park in front. She responded by slamming the door in my face. Then came the real escalation. One morning, I found my driver's side mirror shattered. No cameras, no witnesses, but plenty of suspicion, especially when I noticed tiny shards of glass on her driveway. That was it. I decided to respond the legal way. First, I pulled up the county plat maps showing exact property boundaries. And surprise, her property ends several feet before the curb, meaning the street isn't hers. The parking spot isn't hers. I printed it, highlighted the lines, and kept it handy. Next, I reviewed local municipal codes. Not only was I perfectly allowed to park there, but she was technically violating city code by having her sprinkler system extend past her property line. That was strike 2. But I wasn't done yet. I searched public records for any building permits on her house. Turns out, Karen had applied for permits over the years. A fence, a shed, a patio. And guess what? Only one of them was ever approved. The rest? Unauthorized. So I filed a formal complaint with the city zoning board. Not anonymously. I wanted her to know it was me. And I wrote it in perfectly dry, precise legal language. I included references, highlighted violations, and attached diagrams. I even mentioned the broken mirror in passing, just in case she tried to act innocent later. 2 weeks later, city inspectors showed up. I watched from my window as Karen stood on her lawn in full meltdown mode. She yelled. She waved papers. She tried pointing at my house like I was the problem. The inspectors remained calm, took photos, and handed her some documents. She got slapped with a fine for the unauthorized shed, was ordered to remove the sprinkler pipes crossing public land, and told to modify her fence or face further penalties. And just when I thought the show was over, she stormed across the lawn and handed me a cease and desist letter, printed off the internet. I read it, smiled, and told her she might want to have a real attorney draft the next one. That sent her into another rant. She screamed that I was ruining her life and that I'd pay for this. So I did. I paid $9.95 to pull a full title report on her house. Turns out, her mortgage was underwater. Not that I planned to do anything with that info, unless she kept pushing. Luckily, she didn't. That was the end of it. No more notes. No more mirror incidents. No more police visits. She parks in her own driveway now, and I still park legally in front of my house. Right where I always did. Moral of the story? Never start a war with someone who reads property law for fun, especially not over a curb. Our dream is to hit 1,000 subscribers. With your help, we can make it happen.